Okay, so Nicolas.
Good
Hi, Nicolas.
afternoon.
You need to guide me through what you're working on, actually, because it's either I can't make it, I can't understand it, or it's because it's too large for me. So you definitely think broad, very broad, or it's just kind of a nice idea.
No, it's about 3D and multi-touch and the future of multi-touch application.
Wow. Okay, that's done. Thank you very much, Nicolas. What is that about?
Nowadays, tactile interaction is a common thing, and I see many of you use a tablet or smartphone or BlackBerry for professional use. And for all those small devices, tactile interaction is done with one finger or two fingers. But surprisingly enough, some devices, namely the iPad tablet, offers up to 11 contact points simultaneously, but this possibility is largely underexploited because of the size of the device.
It's district by district by district, and you have to remember
In our lab, we are convinced that there
should
should be no sounds of the video.
watch the delegate
There
numbers.
should be no sound.
That's
No
my
sound.
Huckabee.
We could the sound, please.
There's John McCain.
Magic.
Goes up. All depends on congressional districts. You see how the state just switched?
Cut the
State
sound,
just
please.
switched from a McCain state.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. In our lab, we are convinced that large multi-touch surfaces will lead to new usages for multi-touch interaction. By today, an unlimited number of contacts is feasible, and the hardware is not a critical issue anymore. Actually, the problem of a tactile device is to provide a responsive, fluid, and easy-to-use interface. So the question is not building such surfaces, but using them efficiently, because we are stuck in Windows icon menus and pointers. So many multi-touch applications already exist in several domains. In entertainment, famous TV shows use those devices. For example, big multi-touch wall provided by the Perceptive Pixel company was used for the US election in 2008. And the purpose of this application was to introduce some interactivity in charts and diagrams. In event management, conventions, workshops, those devices can also be used as technological demonstrator and thus enhance the high-tech brand image for a particular company. But once again, 3D is largely underexploited because 3D is rarely used to design an interface for non-gaming purposes. Okay. Sorry.
So yeah,
Just let me take. I forgot my words.
no
Okay.
problem at all. So yeah, you're just telling us that multi-touch is something we're going beyond, maybe just two fingers, so beyond, and to tackle very large projects and complex projects in a very sensitive way.
Because there are now many applications that are very advanced regarding 3D and multi-touch, and they arise in several domains, such as the corporate world and the public space.
Okay.
For example, we've seen things about complex industrial processes that require heavy logistics, where 3D and virtual reality enhance the design of the process.
Okay.
But there is another broad field of expression for those multi-touch applications in the service domain, which seems to lie about decision support and data analysis. Sorry. Modern and large surfaces allow versatile teams to work together on complex projects with huge amount of data in real time. There are some examples of this application. A research department from EDF is currently working on a multi-touch timeline to analyze complex industrial processes which involve several competencies such as nuclear plant maintenance. Other application can concern the information system and its relation to business processes. By using a 3D model of an information system, one can manipulate data about its functionalities and its deployments. For example, this would allow to visualize the impact of the availability of a service or a resource on a business project, for example. And on the other hand, For public space, local authorities are very interested in getting such applications regarding, for example, land use planning, where one can manipulate a 3D map or interact with 3D buildings, for virtual visits, for chronological tables in museums, historic monuments, or for public information for the citizen about the activities of the local authorities. And those two last fields are clearly related to new interfaces because they target an audience with poor or no background in using computers. So now I will talk a little about what our lab developed. We developed a software framework that's named EMNA3D, which is a multi-touch environment for navigating in 3D universes. This framework is built upon open source products that are widely supported by an active community, and we offer fast, fluid 3D rendering and real-time user interaction. And that platform simply allows to easy creation of 3D scene by positioning 3D graphical components, to gesture interpretation from any multi-touch device. This is very modular approach. To have a fully animated user interface, because animation is very important if you want to attract the user, of course, and easy definition of user interface components. And our platform has been used to realize an application for an interactive visits of cultural events in Saint-Quentin-en-Yvelines. And this has been the first concrete application based on our framework. And the purpose of this project is to allow people to navigate inside multimedia content associated to cultural events taking place in different buildings of Saint-Quentin-en-Yvelines. The user is free to choose the images and video he wants, and he makes his own visit of the cultural life instead of viewing everything that's available. The multi-touch application has been realized only with 3D. There are no windows, icon, menus, and pointer, and that's some difficulty for the users to learn how to use it, but he managed with little learning, and he's free to organize and share his informational space. That's what's really new with those interfaces.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, so sounds great. It's just a very easy to use interface, so you can tackle very difficult and complex sectors. So you can manage difficult projects where actually you don't have the exact knowledge of all what's happening, but you're able to make decisions because you will handle that, tactically. So very easily, and spot out where are the zones where you might intervene, make decisions. So it's a really new way of approaching jobs, business, working, and life in general.
Actually, and the main issue is to make the fit between the needs of the users of such interfaces. Absolutely. Who are still, let's say, stuck in 2D interfaces, and nearly no one knows how to use those interfaces, not even us.
Yeah. So going from 2D to 3D, aggregating the mass of data we get now from all the different areas in life is a real challenge. Everything
changes, and here size matters for large surfaces will allow collaborative works, and it's sure that the traditional PC is very well suited for some works, but perhaps new interfaces will be better suited for works that don't exist up to today.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Nicolas.